Hello everyone, welcome back to the video. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Big House 10, a major that happened this weekend for both Melee and Ultimate. And just right off the bat, we are going to be covering Melee right at the start of this because the Melee tournament was so just incredible. So the first like 3 minutes or so is going to be Melee. If you're only here for Ultimate, which I know probably a lot of people on this channel are, I'll leave like a timestamp in the description. But Melee deserves some recognition this tournament. It always does because Melee's great, but this was like, at least me personally, my favorite Melee tournament ever. It was just incredible. Amsa won the whole thing. He played incredible. Mango got second. IBDW got third. Zane with fourth. Hungrybox and Sunsei fifth. Fiction and Jmook seventh. And then ninth place was, I believe, Kadoran, Maki, Pipsqueak, S2J, and then Toussaint, SFAT, Axe, and Ginger in 13. So this was like one of the biggest Melee tournaments ever, if not the biggest. I don't. They were saying it was the biggest of all time on commentary, but I don't actually know if that's true. But I would believe it because there was like essentially every single top player here except like I think Plup DQ'd out of all the super notable ones I can think of, at least personally. Like it was so stacked. Like Leffen was here. Sunsei's run was incredible. He beat Pipsqueak, Leffen, and I think S2J. He just had an absolutely nuts run, and he qualified for Panda Cup and Summit in the same run, which is just like super impressive. So shouts to Sunsei. He is the Melee player of the tournament, 100%. He played out of his mind, and then Amsa as well is the other like incredible run. Amsa beat Crudo, Kadoran, Hungrybox in a really good set, by the way. And then it gets to top 8 where it gets even more insane because he 3-1 Sunsei and he 3-1s Mango and 3-2 Mango again for winning or to win the Big House, one of the biggest tournaments ever for Melee, and also the first major that he's ever won, but not just him, the first major that a Yoshi has ever won in Melee, which is like crazy, or at least I'm pretty sure they might have. I think there was like a European one Amsa might have won, but it was definitely not at this caliber. Like it's just shout out to Amsa. He played so well, out of his mind, incredible, and he definitely deserved it. And then Mango again being really consistent, just got second or first at Lost Tech and now second here, playing really well. IBDW back from a little bit of a break. I think he had like surgery or something pretty serious, but he's back now with like immediate consistency in 30, beating Zane, beating Hungrybox. Who else did he beat on the way there? Like he played incredibly, like definitely one of the top 5 players in Melee right now, probably even a little higher. He beat Jmook as well, who's another one who's like probably top 5. Jmook has been playing incredibly as well. He's so consistent. 7th place is like probably one of his worst placements in a really long time, honestly, because he is just all caps. He is just like incredible. Let's see here. 7th at Big House is not great, and then we have 2nd at Shine, 2nd at Wave Dash, 2nd at Gommel. Oh my god, he is the buzz of this game. 2nd at Genesis. So this is the worst placement since his kind of like not breakout run, because like he got 13th at Smash World Tour. He was always been good, but like really good tournaments. Like this is when Jmook became like super notable, crazy. And 2nd place here. And then this is worst placement in a really long time, and it's 7th place with some good wins too. Like got to win a Duck, got to win on Fiction, X2J. Like he played incredibly. And everyone at top 8 played really well. Hungrybox being consistent. Zane also being very consistent. Fiction having a really good run, by the way. I don't think we've seen as much from Fiction. I might have not seen it, though, but I feel like we haven't seen a super, like, getting top 8 at this term especially is crazy. Like, when people like Leffen aren't getting it, who else missed out? I know Maki missed out. Gadoran missed out. None missed out. Bobby Big Balls. Franz with Dr. Mario getting top 24 with Dr. Mario was crazy. Damn. Maybe Dr. Mario is not actually Dr. Mario. I think he's better in Melee than he is in Ult, because that's a low bar. But Axe also playing incredible. Just like so many stacked players here. Melee was really fun. If you never watched Melee, I would recommend watching some Amsa sets from this tournament or some Mango sets as well. He played really well. Yeah, I think Melee was incredible. But now probably what all of you guys are on, I just think was like, you know what? This is a Melee tournament. Give some respect because it was incredible for Melee. Let's get to Ultimate, where I will be hopefully more educated. Ultimate was also amazing. We had Riddles taking the whole thing, Light in 2nd, Onin in 3rd, Tweak in 4th, Mutace and Dark Wizzy in 5th, Shattuck and Kameme in 7th. 9th was Mars, Zomba, Psychode, and Icy Mist, and then 13th was Wadi, Zenodo, Frostbite, and Skyjay. And then my prediction for top 8 once it started is I had Shattuck and Kameme out at last, so I had that right, and then I had Wizzy Tweak out because I thought Mutace was going to beat Tweak, and I thought Tweak would lose to Onin. And then I had Riddles 4th, Mute 3rd, Onin 2nd, and Light win the whole thing. So I was right about these 3, and then wrong about the rest. So do you know what? Close enough. And then the 3 people that got Panda Cup were Light, Riddles, and Mute Ace because, Light, Tweak and Mutates because Onan and Riddles already had it. So yeah, Riddles wins a super major. Super happy for him. He played out of his mind. Like we're gonna go over the last game of this set. It is crazy. He played so well. Like huge shout outs to Riddles. He played incredible, and he used only Kazuya the entire bracket, all Kazuya, which I think is really interesting. He could get it with Terry. Not that he couldn't get it, but he didn't get it with Terry, but he got it with all Kazuya, and his Kazuya looked incredible, just really clean. His up airs were like incredible. Just like one thing to specifically point out, he beat Onan as well, who previously was just beat him the last 2 times they played. So huge ups to that. Like Riddles just played super impressive. Light again being very consistent, only losing to Riddles here. In 2 fairly close sets. The first set was like one of the, it's like a, it's a banger Light set when the way he loses is he like DIs something terribly right at the end, last stock, last hit, game 5. And that's exactly how it ended on this one. Like that is one of these sets of the tournament. It was really good. Light Tweak was also incredible. They always have amazing sets. And again, Light is closing it out over Tweak. I think that's 3 times in a row now in really close sets. So Light just has Tweak's number, but it's not like he's destroying him like an Esam Meister or something. Sorry to dunk on Esam. That's just the example I thought of. I just didn't really need an example. But they're close sets, but Light is just edging it out every single time. So like if I'm Light, I am nervous because one of these days Tweak's gonna get it, and oh my god, the pop off is gonna be good. Onan, we haven't seen Onan at a major since Rise and Grind, which is like not that long ago. It's like a month or so now. But it's still good to see him back, really consistent, beating Mudace, who also shouts at Mudace, had an incredible run again. Beating Mudace, beating Kameme, beating Psycho, who probably had the run of the tournament that we'll get to right now. Psycho played crazy. Like Psycho, I don't think he didn't, because the only upset this tournament or DQ was there was Apollo Kage, MVD, and DeBuzz. But Psycho beats Base Mage in Ike Puff, which feels crazy to me. Ed Icy Mist. And then in losers bracket, I know he also got a couple more names. He's player of the tournament. Spoiler. For Ultimate, he played out of his mind. Then he also beat Lucky, who is playing Plant, which is like shoutouts to getting 17th at a major with Plant. You are now my favorite player in the world because you did it with Plant. And then he also beat Frostbite, who was also having an incredible run, getting wins on Enhanced VV and Cosmos. Before losing to Shattuck, who was also having an incredible runs. So many insane runs at this tournament. And Shattuck was playing good. He beat Aaron. He almost beat Light in a very close set. He beat Zomba for the upset. And then who did he beat here? He beat Luma, which is pretty impressive win, actually. Luma's very good. Yeah, Shattuck played incredibly, getting his first ever top 8, the first of many to come, I imagine. He is an incredible player, so much potential in him. I just think he's amazing. The 2 people that I had to overperform their seeds were Esam and Mars, and Esam performed a seed, and Mars overperformed by 1. So that is a small win in my books. And then also, Dark Wizzy. He's back, baby. And he screwed over my bracket, which is like, come on. I was predicting that Esam and Mars would overperform, and you beat both of them? Why are you going to do that, huh? But Dark Wizzy played incredible. He was playing Mario. He kind of got bodied by Riddles, but then Esam, he beat him pretty confidently. Zenoto 3-0, Mars 3-1, which I am pretty shocked about. I feel like, actually, when I think back, like when Mars was at peak and Wizzy was at peak, Wizzy might have had Mars's number. I'm not actually super sure, but I could definitely see it happening. It's like it's good to see Mars and Wizzy doing well again, though. But like also again, Mars, 9th place, getting that consistency again at a tournament like Big House, that is pretty good. He did get a pretty big upset over Meister, but like we kind of expected that to happen. Also, even though Meister had like the worst run of his the season, because he lost to Zomba's Lucina, which is like. It's cool that like Zomba's kind of had like meme secondaries for a while now. It's cool that he actually has like a really good one to beat Meister. But shout out to Meister for getting picked up by Luminosity. That's like another huge org in at least Smash Ultimate. I know Ginger is sponsored by them in Melee and maybe someone else. But having them in Ultimate is super sick. It feels like the Mexican players are like collecting like the Infinity Stones of like massive orgs like Spargo on FaZe, Leo on T1, now Meister on Luminosity. I don't know who we're going to see next. We're going to see Chag on like 100 Thieves or something. But yeah, huge shout outs to Meister for getting picked up there. Mudace, again, having a really good run. Good to see him. Like, he has turns where he's off and on. But when he is on, oh my god, he looks so clean. Like, he is still one of the best anti-kill players in the world. It is actually incredible. Like, in last stock, last hit, Mudace is like a top like 5 player. It's actually insane. And then like he beats Mars. I think the last time they played was at main stage where he did take it there, granted. So maybe he does have Mars's number, and that's like that's a nice number to have. So I'll give that up. Zenodo having a pretty good run, getting wins on base mage. Leon also, decent run we haven't seen from him in a while, but he was using, at least from what I could tell, mainly hero, which I think is really interesting, or at least a hero Bowser combination. I think he had 2 Game 5 sets against really good players where he used only hero. Against Onan, he had a Game 5 set where he only used hero, but apparently hero's really good in that matchup. And then against Raymond Noodles, he uses only hero, so maybe Leon is just using hero now, which I think is pretty interesting. I do think hero is probably better than Bowser. I used to think very highly of Bowser, but that character is just really hard to be consistent with. But I think that's interesting. With more tournament experience, he could definitely, like, for this year first major to be using only a new character, he did pretty well. Wadi staying consistent, using, looks like mainly Mewtwo. Again, the Ice Climbers versus Light. What are we doing? Ice Climbers? If he, I mean, maybe he took the game with Ice Climbers. Okay, okay. Thank God. Mewtwo, I think is not a bad choice for Fox. Rob is tough. I feel like Light would be good against Rob. That is just tough. Ice Climbers, please. What? He's just such a good player, man. And the Ice Climbers are amazing. But against like people that know the matchup, Ice Climber should never win against anyone that knows the matchup. I guess actually that's maybe why he does it. He like matchup checks you game 1. Okay, actually I don't mind it that much. Because like maybe here he didn't use Ice Climbers at all. He's like, oh, Melon knows the matchup, or maybe just whatever. Or maybe he just thought he could cheese fox him out. I don't know. But Wadi again having a good performance as well. Kameme getting another top 8. Really, really good player. Japan staying probably the best region still when like Kameme struggles in Japan and like he comes here and he's farming these top mates over Icymus as well. Icymus had a really good tournament beating Wadi. Did they win with Mario? No, they tried Mario game 1. But beating Aaron, beating Burst. Aaron's been playing well as well. SkyJ also getting a good run. Zomba getting upset fairly early on by Shattuck, but then making a decent run to 9th place, beating Ice Knight Meister, which is definitely his most impressive win there. Like kind of a demon for him as well, or at least beat him at the last tournament. Maybe not a demon, but it feels like it. And SkyJ, and then yeah, losing Tweak. This was overall an amazing bracket. A lot of really, really good runs here. Psycho's run was definitely the most impressive, or just like I was just the most impressed by it because it's like especially the wins are on it are all crazy, and he did it with Ike, which is just insane. It's Ike. Come on, it's Ike. This is like Leo stuff. We haven't seen this in a while. I think I also had Riddles as one of my players to win the tournament. I think I had Riddles, Tweak, and Wadi? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll put up on the screen right now if I'm wrong, and if I'm right, you have to sub. Hopefully I remember that. I haven't watched the video in a bit. But yeah, this was overall really, really great tournament. Sets of the tournament to watch. We're going to do the final analysis of this set, by the way. But sets of the tournament to watch. Grands was great. I mean, we just watched it here, I suppose. But Grands was great. Light Riddle's first set was probably the best set of the tournament. Dark Wizzy Kameme was amazing. Seeing Dark Wizzy play well is just always such a treat. Tweak Light was amazing. Tweak Mute was amazing. Tweak Shattuck was really good. Just Tweak played incredibly this tournament. Very entertaining. I enjoyed Mars Dark Wizzy as well. Just again, God, when Dark Wizzy's playing clean, it just looks so good. But now, perfect timing. Here it is, the last game of the tournament. Fox, Kazuya, and Light did beat Vidros the last 2 times they played. And I think those were mainly Terry, so it is nice to see that he is using the Kazuya. No, Hippo is going to be eating up. He's going to make a banger video about this, I'm sure. But it's like, because I feel like, I don't know if Kazuya combos would be really good on Fox. Okay, we need to talk about that. The charge on that was insane. Look at that. He puts like a pretty big amount of charge on that because he knows the window so well. And that like probably is what gets the kill. Maybe without a charge it doesn't get a kill. Maybe it was like a BM thing. It definitely wasn't a BM thing against Light would not BM against DLC. But yeah, that charge is like incredible, and Light just beats up Kazuya most people beat up Kazuya, but like Light especially. I think he's actually pretty decent at the matchup. But Riddles was just playing something else today. Like this is neutral Kazuya. Like if I've ever seen it, it's like you have like neutral Steve, which is like amazing. This is neutral. He definitely should have been punished for that. Riddles wins this game? That's crazy. That's not true, right? Because I don't know if that's true. Because I know jab into grab is true, so I guess that probably is true. But also, is he dead? Oh my god, Riddle should have killed him off that. But look how good this conversion is. He catches the jump because, like, it's a Fox player. They're gonna jump off the lid. They want to, like, he wants a nair there. And he catches him for 50%. He should have killed him there, just messed up. Try to get, that was a little greedy, but even if he hits that, he doesn't get the kill. Little greedy. But still, you put on a pretty decent amount of percent. And a lead versus Kazuya is not really a lead because he hits you with one nair, or one electric, or one side B, maybe, or one grab, or just like a raw move. He hits you with a lot. These Ferris and Riddles are so incredible. Like, his aerial usage is definitely what gets him the win here. You're also noticing he's using a ton of the dashing thing where, like, you're invincible. I don't know what that move is called, but like he's essentially only approaching with that, which I really do like, because it's kind of ambiguous, like the animation if you're gonna go for an electric maybe. And it can mix up, like, Light is like a super heavy reaction player, and I can definitely mix that up. Again, in these scramble situations, he is almost always picking first, which I think is really good versus Fox. Like, he's air dodge. He spot dodges and then he grabs, because in this situation he knows, okay, the worst thing that can happen to me right now is I get grabbed by Fox or up smashed out of shield. And up smashed out of shield you take 20 and it sucks. But it's not the end of the world. And if he gets the grab here, he gets the kill, and he gets the grab, and he gets the kill. And now this game is even, if not Kazuya favored. Honestly, because Light doesn't have a kill confirmed right now because Nair up smash doesn't kill yet, I don't think. And Riddles does have a kill confirmed because everything kills at 0. Now it's Light favored probably, or even still, honestly, because he has Rage Drive. Still even. It's like, until Kazuya loses Rage Drive, the game is even. Honestly, if you're on even stocks with Kazuya, the game is even. Rage Drive doesn't kill you. If he confirms into it, definitely will. Still, I'm surprised Light doesn't pull an up smash there. But again, Riddle's anti-airing. And also, I don't think we see it in this game. We see it in one of these games. This tech situation right here, almost every single time, Light will just run up and he'll F smash because it covers 3 of 4. Riddles is always rolling in here, even though, like, Light did recognize it that time. He, like, avoided that situation, like, at least once, maybe a couple more times, and it just, like, it's so good because it just takes away one of Light's, like, super great options. And then, wow, he just uppies out of shield. Riddle's at 160, Light at 80. He knows Light wants to jump. The only thing that Light might do in this situation, like, even if he gets grabbed, it's not the end of the world. It's not great because then you're getting juggled by Light because he probably up throws or back throws. But it's like basically this up B disengages from the situation, and the only way that it gets punished if Light immediately up smashes it, or if he reads it, parries it, and then up airs it. So I really like this. It's kind of like an escape option, and if it hits, it hits, and it hit, and Riddles wins. And it was my favorite pop-off in Smash, like, ever. I just think it's wholesome as hell. I'll let it play as I'm talking out. But yeah, incredible set. Riddles played so well. And it wasn't like he was doing anything crazy. Like, he got some good combos and strings for 60, but a lot of the time he was just anti-airing Light, playing very well, playing consistently, getting the kills, like, super early, like Kazuya does, living very long percents. Like, Riddles played incredible tournament, absolutely deserved. And Big House was an amazing tournament. Shoutouts to Amza for winning Melee. Shoutouts to Riddles for winning Alt. Both Canadian players doing well. Love to see that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If I messed up any information, that's my bad. Please let me know down below. If I missed any of your top players, I probably did. I'll know more about Melee or Ultimate, but like, if you have any Melee questions, well, be sure to ask me, because I watch a pretty decent amount of Melee, because I want to do some more Melee stuff on this channel, at least a little, because I think it's cool. So let me know what you guys think about that. Super sick tournament overall. It was amazing. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.